And I've loved watching him kind of develop, and the fact that he's still bringing a great level. We saw it yesterday in that matchup v Mouse. So let's see what he can bring to the table, and that's certainly not a bad way for this to start. Some Pius will reply with 2. And so this one ends up with an even trade for the top ramp control into the 3v3.
Run out. Headshot out towards short. Nerds will reply swiftly. And this is quite a furious start to the pistol round. Very aggressive up the ramp. Snappy was alerted to that very quickly, but is now slowed down as MIBR come out of this one in a 2v2. They'll be searching for a different pathway, perhaps in towards this B-bomb side. And Nerds has started to read that. He'll start to make the rotation back. He might even get there in time. And Diha is joining him. Now, these two are certainly the talk of the town when it comes to ENCE's rifle prowess. Well, they're now in the pistol clutch.
Yeah, he's still hanging around, but Nerds, if he could take one with him and live, this would set ENCE up for success. And Nerds might just take the whole enchilada. Exit in a 1v2. He's got all the nades. So the question is, does Nerds respect it with that molly? He might have to just fall off. Exit needs his plant. Get that money for later. He fakes it. He reads it well. And they come running through the smoke. Exit sends them out.
Shows them the door.
MIBR come in with a pistol round.
Oh, that's fantastic from Exit. 3-0 straight away off the start of the pistol. 3 kills locked in for ENCE. That's going to be a tough one to swallow, but we'll see what they decide to do coming into this next. Should be a 4 spy coming in from them, but it was that man that Harry was talking about, ENCE, kicking things off, but it's Exit that closes on it. 6 shots from Exit on the way out.
I mean, yeah, that's a crazy call for him to fake that out. He has one opportunity to fake the bomb. If they don't rush the smoke, he then loses all the util cover, and there's no way he's getting a bomb plant. So he reads that very well. MIBR, they got some brains, they got some experience on this squad, and they've got our attention.
Yeah, we've got quite the variety of SMGs here, Harry. Got a UMP, a MAC-10, an MP7, and an MP9.
Would you say it's a buffet, maybe?
Yeah, a buffet. Yeah, I heard a lot about the buffets the other day. If you were sinking in a ship, which would be the thing you would take from the buffet?
Yeah, I would take a bit of everything, Nico.
The full enchilada?
Definitely the enchilada. That's the best bit. Right now, it's just a Brazilian barbecue on the B-bomb site. And it's getting cooked. Nothing to save here either. Certainly not the round.
Here comes Snappy. Got the deagle in his hands. And a very small window for a kill. MIBR could start 2-0 up. They'll go down to the ENCE pistols. MIBR definitely showed themselves to be very proficient on Vertigo yesterday, so
hello.
There we go, Snappy. Hello. Big arm around the corner. And Sandy isn't going to let him get away. Just some Pius left. Biding his time as we go 2-0 for MIBR. You guys are some of the best at pronouncing Breno's name. Yeah, maybe we could do a little lesson so I can actually learn it forever.
I think we've started calling him Breno because, well, the first event he was at,
continuity.
It was me and your co-caster, me and
Which one?
Jason Moses. Which one? Good one. Me and Jason Moses O'Toole, the current one.
All right, okay.
We'll see how long that lasts. We know you like to get around. And we were in Portugal doing a little expo event, and it was the first time Breno entered the roster. And Jason asked him what he wanted to be called, and it was a bit of a Connor and Launder situation with the SHZGAZE, or whatever they called Shuz for a while. Basically pronouncing the letters.
Yeah.
And so he asked us to call him Bia Era Enazan. Bia Era Enazan.
Bia Era Enazan.
Bia Era Enazan.
Bia Era Enazan.
Just pronouncing the letters, and then Brunzen. Obviously, a few people went to the Brunzen route, which, you know, sounds like a builder who works in Shropshire. Yeah,
sure.
mate, Brunzen. Got to build you a house, yeah?
Definitely take his quote.
Is that how they sound?
No, it's not. I don't know where Shropshire is, but it sounds like a funny place.
Dude, it sounds like a made-up place.
But now at Pro League, we asked another time what he wants to be called, and Breno or something else which sounded unpronounceable for me and my horrible Anglophobe.
Yeah, I'm scared of Anglos.
Yeah, they're terrifying. I don't know. Basically, my point is I'm calling him Breno.
All right, cool. All right. We got to that. Got the end
Why
of that one.
Why is that, Hugo? How do you say I don't speak Portuguese?
Eu não falo português.
There you go.
Something like that.
Point proven, regardless.
Yeah, I don't speak Portuguese. That is pretty clear.
But You tengo a chave for MIBR. They have the key.
They have the key,
I
Harry.
said I have the key, which is wrong.
What's the key?
And the key is very much ENCE. He's started this game off well. I want to see what he's going to do in this first rifle round that's about to come down the pipeline. Here and now.
What? Talk to me about that quickly before we get into this current round. Why are things always coming down the pipeline, Harry? Where is the pipeline located, and what's it full of?
We all know what the pipeline's full of EG players, isn't it?
You went back on it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I used my 1 EG joke up yesterday. Not allowed to say anything.
What was
else.
it?
It's over.
It's over? Okay. Well, we'll wait for the next year.
No, we're
EG were no bloody
EG
joke
now.
yesterday, I'll tell you that. They took ENCE to 30 rounds on Nuke. They had a fantastic game. I'm an EG fan. I liked Walker on that T side. Had some nice calls, had some nice kills coming out from automatic. So, yeah, let's see if EG can do any more, or if ENCE are maybe a bit slow to start.
Oh, Snappy. He's got good timing on the peek out from the sandbags, but now things heating up, and Snappy gets forced into the headshot of ENCE. And maden wants a little bit more. He wants to come around that corner, and maden will find the headshot. ENCE is traded out. Now maden is stuck in behind the sandbags.
But not for long. Creeps out into safety. Needs to keep an eye on the site to cover some pies watching short. MIBR going to be grouping back up for a hit. This is good timing on the mid clear for Nerds. If he wants to, he can actively flank. It's very early in the round to make this play. And so MIBR still hanging around. This could go very wrong, couldn't it? But he's seen him way up. And he's holding a shot for a second. We'll take that kill. And I love this play. Doesn't even full flank. MIBR are going to be paranoid. They've either got to speed it up or slow it down and clear. And yeah, ENCE have just read this so well. They've gone and stacked A, left Nerds to cover mid and B. And MIBR walking into their deathly fate, Harry. Shut up.
Yeah, sure they are. Some pious.
There's the deadly.
There's the fate.
Ooh.
Deathly.
Deathly.
Brano's making a bit of a move. Safe up through the short side as his teammate falls. And so Safe's got to do the heavy lifting alone here. Left up in the 1v2, but that smoke fades, and that will seal his fate. maden waiting for the fade. Finds that first round for ENCE as the rifles will prevail.
Waiting for the fade. Sounds like Harry unboxing cases.
Waiting for the fade. A journey at the barber.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, I like, you were talking about Snappy's fresh fade the other day. It kind of worked out pretty well there. Cut right to him. It was good. I was talking to Snappy and some pies back in Dallas, and that's when Snappy first got rid of the sort of long hair. And I was talking about that in the lobby, and some pies kind of bullied him into getting it. So there you go. Maybe he's kind of chief of Snappy's hair design.
I trust some pies. He's pretty stylish. He's quick with it.
Ooh. Some pies. Speaking of, getting peppered. He's decided he's going to relinquish that position, drop a little bit further back, and now we transition focus towards B. Quite an advanced CT setup here. Pretty far up. D-Hot sending the nade down, hoping he can distract and pull attention away, but Nerds is cleared out by the molly, and so MIBR doing a good job at forcing them further back.
Yeah, they don't really play off that molly. They just use it to reposition, but now Nerds can re-aggress, get that spot back. They'll have to re-molly. He's got a smoke to play behind. And this is a nice one-way. He's not far forward enough to see drop at the moment, but on that fade, should have the advantage. There it is. And there he goes, Nerds. This corner is uncomfortable. He will skedaddle. But a 5-on-3, how do you lose this? 3 mollies is probably a route to it, but MIBR bail.
Even if they molly all the right places, even if they kind of find this kill on the player at back quad by forcing him into the open, that's still the 3-on-4. It's still kind of a no-go zone.
Still got to take that fight as well.
And
it's
so MIBR ride it off. They don't feel comfortable playing into this round.
Don't blame them. They've got an AWP. It's a pretty rough round. They could have XX'd B, but they'd have to hit some bangers, and ENCE had a crossfire established. Snappy's even gone hunting for guns.
Oh, he is hunting. A couple players close to him.
Don't get baited into swinging this MIBR. They smoke it off instead. They say, have the guns. Just let us live, please. ENCE will abide.
How crazy would it be if at the end of today we had Big and MIBR qualifying for the playoffs in the first 2 days of the group?
Coming in early.
Now that would
5 rounds in.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying how crazy would that be?
That would be
Hugo?
crazy. We're halfway there.
Yeah, we are. It's
well, so actually, wait, Dinka, we were both doing some talks with players on the media day. Did you get any answers to do with underdogs as Big or MIBR or anything to the shape?
Yeah, so Big, speaking to Crimbo, he brought up on the sofa that he definitely thought MIBR were the team to be the underdogs because of their boot camping in Europe and obviously making some good moves. He feels like Drop and Safe are going to be better, and that's obviously panned out. So I think MIBR were the underdog pick of quite a few teams, actually.
Yeah, they were for a lot of the teams I spoke to on media day as well. A lot of them were kind of saying, yeah, watch out for them. I think they're actually being held in pretty high regard right now, or MIBR.
I think you can't undervalue the European experience as a team that not only boot camps a lot in Europe, but plays in Blast as well, or different while, and that's very important experience, something that NA teams don't get as much.
I think it's very interesting too because you have some of these offcuts from the old like Furia iterations mixed in with some of the real like hot prospect talent out in Brazil. So it is kind of a bit of a perfect storm, it feels like, for MIBR in terms of the composition in this team. Even folks like Drop and Safe haven't played on some of the biggest stages.
There's D-Hut.
Gonna have to try hold the line here as they make their way in. He's mollied, trapped in, can't peek the left-hand side. He's gonna try pushing through it, but lives to regret that decision. Safe and Breno have opened up this B play, and Nertz is now the only thing that stands between MIBR and the round. It's not a bad way for this to begin, but can Nertz find any more? On to a second now. Nertz is making this happen. Breno's a long way away, so Exit's got to stay alive here. They've tapped on the bomb, and Nertz deals with him immediately. Breno's got to do this.
He can't get it.
On the defense, Sampaias has heard this. They go for the fight, but they've given Breno a chance. Half the time ticked off this bomb. Sampaias with the tap. It's not the commit, and Breno's seen him on the jiggle. Balls of steel on this guy, but that swing back out is going to cost him dearly.
He thought he was on it. He got him off with a reload. He was faking it completely. Sampaias was not sticking, and Breno misreads it completely. It's a weird plant. He never saw him, but...
Oh, that's
a disaster.
That is. It felt like Sampaias probably could have won the round just by sticking it the first time around, but it suddenly shifted to MIBR's favor right at the end. But Nertz, what a round. What a retake on his own. It looked done. It looked absolutely done. MIBR was such a good position. Nertz goes in. What a clear on the generators. The smoke gives him enough cover to actually move deeper into the site and isolate a couple more 1v1s. And that is what Nertz can do consistently. Finds the way to the round win for ENCE again, and that is going to tie things up. It's 3-3, and MIBR's money looking a little questionable, so they're going to go for a couple of pistols here, an 8K in the hands of Breno, but ENCE looking like the team to push forward to 4.
Oh, that's such a panic for Breno, man. That really hurts. But thank goodness all of those kills Nertz gets on the retake were not in vain.
So we had this tier list we did, the 1xBet tier list at the start of the week, right? And we had the out of this world teams, and we put Heroic and ENCE up there. And then we said everybody else could beat everybody else. But now Heroic have thrown themselves into that mix of being able to be beaten by everybody else, right? They've lost to Big, maybe not Rooster, but now a question lies, is ENCE the only out of this world team in the group at the moment? Because Heroic have not looked themselves at all.
Well, this is the question today, right? Because we have a hungry underdog that's already proven themselves to be able to take down Mouse, who, we don't really know where to place Mouse, right? Even though the eye test looked good initially, especially the play in a Cologne. We remember those 50 bombs for Torchy. But
if you want a bit of an update for how Mouse are doing, Hugo,
go on.
They're currently playing EG right now. This is your one spoiler warning that you're going to get. If you don't want to know the score, there you go. You should have been able to mute it by now. If you haven't... Oh, hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Drop's trying to make this happen.
Drop gets it.
Okay, right. Back to the spoilers. Mouse versus EG is going down on the other stream right now. EG trying to launch a bit of a comeback here after a 10-5 half in Mouse's favor. The scoreline right now is 14-12, still in favor of Mouse.
And they're coming back on the CT side of Ancient as well, right? We've seen T side come back.
Oh, she's fragging as well.
Oh, look, we even have the little...
it's on the wall.
You know what? Like... that doesn't shock me too much. MAUs haven't proved to be invincible, and EG have proved to have some things to show us here in this season. They already took ENCE all the way, so I want to give them the respect that right now they are demanding. Drop is 2 with a double entry up B. They go back to more basic rounds, and maybe that's just the way in. Oh, back shot for maden. He will take a kill. They line up, but he's blind. And these entries are perfect for MIBR. 4 on 2. ENCE knocked and locked out of this bomb site. And it's a save. So, yeah, sometimes keep it simple. Just go for that B pop with one flash.
The B pops are working well. I mean, the round that Nerds had the retake in, it looked like that round should have been MIBR's. That was back on the B side, so MIBR have a game plan towards B and it's working. And usually, majority of T rounds are focused around taking A, right? A lot of A executes, a lot of A ramp takes, but seems to be a couple of spawn kills coming in. Running out towards the bottom of the stairs, drop getting out there, and maden having frustration about how this one's going so far.
He knew he could have won the round, right? He saw 2 players lined up. That flash hit. Couldn't take any more. And hey, MIBR. Yeah, I think this is somewhat of a group of unknowns, Harry, right? Like, I don't think it's as clear cut. I think there will be upsets. Well, there already have been. It will be up in the air because we have ENCE. We're probably the most proven team right now, but even Heroic have been under question.
Yeah, because there's groups all across the board that have like the clear standout teams.
Yeah.
And then you have a couple of underdogs that could potentially upset, and then you have teams that are coming just for the sort of experience they made it through. But this group definitely feels like the standout teams.
I think Group C is the epitome of that, right? We have FaZe and Na'Vi. Well, even then, Na'Vi, like...
I feel like Na'Vi could probably lose to a few of those teams.
On paper, FaZe and Na'Vi should be running through that group with ease, but at the same time, Na'Vi have looked vulnerable. It's a new project, it's a big undertaking. And also Fnatic, I've liked what I see there with Afro on the AWP. Apex have not gone quiet.
Just been a coach change as well.
Half of the season. Really? Apex?
Yeah, they got rid of Kuban, they put in Mither as the head coach.
That is a big change. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting to hear. But yeah, also like unknown teams there. 2 South American teams. The new M80 who have been qualifying for a lot recently over in NA. And then the Chinese team as well. Of Cyclone.
5 clone.
5 clone. Are we going to call them that?
No.
I kind of like it.
5E clone.
Not 5E clone. 5 clone. Or Cyclone. We'll work on that. We'll workshop it. We'll let you know. That's a whole group away. Day 2 here of Group B. And MIBR trying to kick up some dust in ENCE's eyes. Got a con molly for drop. Got an AWP in middle. And got a flash Sunpius trying to run back.
Getting out of that. Oh, and Exit's gone beyond it, but Sunpius, he smelt that. He turned around, Exit gets caught, and the Spanish sniper will start things off well for ENCE in round 9, and they really need that AWP to do quite a bit of work here. We're looking at a couple of USPs, a P250 here around the M4A1S and AWP, but now we get an AK for Tiha, who is yet to really get going. I mean, this guy has been a big talking point for a lot of people around this ENCE team. He's always getting his numbers. He's been that consistent player. Well, he's been a little bit quiet at the start of Vertigo here. And surely that'll start to change at some point. So lean towards the A site. MIBR walking their way up through B.
Quite a gamble to make with a 5-on-4. Yeah, sure, they have pistols and an armorless rifle on Diha, but they've given an entire bomb site open, and MIBR, a 50-50 dice rolls the right number, and they're going to get the plant and probably the round here. Definitely throw your pistols in and see if they can accomplish anything, but if they're not set up to be traded here, ENCE are not winning this round, and I think they've already made that call anyway. 2 late flankers coming through. It's so late, it's too late.
So it's not going to happen at all?
Surprised they're just boxing them in, making them die with a bomb right now. That's the look.
Yeah. Pretty uneventful round, this one. Throw this one away. Guys, I want to know. We can learn in Portuguese how to say, I like the way you walk, insert player name.
Yeah.
Now, that would be a great line.
Did you have that in Turkish? What event was that?
That was last Pro League.
It was last Pro League, okay. I do remember that now.
Maybe we have to workshop that one.
We'll work on it. There will be more MIBR games. That is for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, with how they're playing, especially so, right? But man, you know, one of the things that's sick for me is how MIBR have looked to implement Vertigo in the first place, right? They used to play this one, you know, about 5-6 months ago was really the only times where we saw this in their pool, and then we had, you know, the likes of Drop and Safe move over, joining the ranks, and then after a long hiatus from playing Vertigo, it's kind of made its way back into the MIBR map pool. And their results so far on it have been great. They've had the win over MOUZ to open up Pro League, taking it down there. It was their pick in that series as well, picking it again here, and now holding a lead over ENCE. You know, this is no easy feat, especially when they don't have loads of official experience, right? It's been a lot of workshopping it, you can imagine, behind the scenes. When you bring in the likes of Drop and Safe with how much of a signature part of the map pool it used to be for Furia, it makes a lot of sense. Pius dead over towards short, just boxed in, yeah.
They were spamming him from ramp, but they were just holding him for the repeat down lower. It's good read from Pius, but the shot just gets tanked, and so does he. Molly on default. Maden's dead. He just accepted it. He didn't even try and... He had a smoke. He could have smoked the molly. He wanted to stop the plant instead, but even that would have left Nertz in a 1v2 with 20 health, and these odds are even more irredeemable. 1v3, spam through, bomb down, Nertz. Got to play for a ninja at this point, and they are not going to give him away back in. Can he isolate a headshot? Not with the flick. Exit finds that one shot, and 4 kills from the captain, puts 6 rounds up for MIBR. Are we cooking, Dinko?
We are definitely cooking. And MIBR, I mean, this is a team that, like Harry was saying, improving on Vertigo, but for me, when you look at Vertigo, it feels like when you pick this, and this is a map you practice a lot, the T-side can sometimes allow you to beat the favorites quite consistently. I think Nine's a perfect example of that, and Sinners back in the day, right? These teams that make Vertigo their home ground, for some reason it just feels like they always have a shot at winning the game, right? You know, we look at Nine, they're a team that really only win Vertigo at the moment, but you know, that's the same for a lot of teams in the past, and maybe MIBR can start to turn that into a very comfortable map for them. And it's always nice to have in your back pocket when you're going up against teams like ENCE. But the question will become, will ENCE be able to adapt towards the end? Will they be able to pick up enough CT rounds to make this one competitive in that second half? Because the questions will be, how will they fare on the CT side? And Safe swings out from the bottom ramp. Snappy gets caught, and hasn't really felt like the money's been good at many points here for ENCE. I think yesterday when you guys were casting ENCE, it felt like they nearly lost themselves the map based on their force buys coming through a lot yesterday too. Yeah,
they made some very early half decisions on T-side nuke that, or CT-side nuke that just kept forcing and put them in a bit of a predicament. It was T-side, if I recall. Four buys in a row or something of the sorts. Delayed their first gun round. They still went on a streak, but got very close, didn't that game?
This could get kind of cool. Pius is playing through the smoke, but that's such an awkward whiff. Maden, hello. Come on now.
5-7 lets him down
This
here.
is the moment.
Yeah.
The 5-7 will let him down. And it's just Iha.
I want to see Maden on the player cams after that one. That was pretty. And spam through the smoke, why not?
It's such a poison chalice, isn't it? It's
I
like
hate that gun. I just started
CZ or
P250, honestly.
Yeah,
P2 is the best pistol I ever.
Wow, for a Deagle player, Harry, that's intense,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to disagree.
Deagle is obviously better.
Deagle's a primary weapon for Harry.
Deagle is a primary
you get what I mean? It's like, you know,
we have Albers,
if I'm in a
Riflers, and
pistol
Harry's a
round,
Deagler.
if I'm in a pistol round, I'm not buying a Deagle.
Yeah, that's
not all the time. Not all the time. No, but the good thing about Harry is he's so generous. You know, he always gives us the P250.
That is true. He does drop. Harry is the best armorless P2 pistol player I've ever seen.
I don't think you need armor in a pistol round. I think it makes you play worse.
Just hit the headshot, right?
Just hit the headshot.
I think like you're more agile if you know you can't get hit.
Harry was having a god tier game last night. We decided Q, you didn't join. Hugo made the right idea.
You made the right call. I left on a win. Did you lose?
Of course,
so hard.
Harry was having one of those, you know, insane carry games, and unfortunately, on the way back,
my rating's fucked. I think it's fair to say. I think
I'm not queuing without a 5-stack until I have my rating.
Anyone else got a bad rating? Let us know.
Yep.
Anyone else?
Anybody's got a good rating? Also let us know. It is like golf, right? The lower the number, the better.
Sure. Last up ramp. I like the pace in this round out of MIBR. The nades rain in, and as Maden tries to put a bit of distance between himself and those H.
Oh!
Snappy, hello!
Back.
Like that from the Snapster. Now Sampayas had a bit of a weird one here to open up, but he does nail that shot, and so this is much more convincing. Even throws his hat back in the ring right at the end. A little bit more form from ENCE in that round show, and it starts with a lovely double from Snappy.
Yeah.
And it's ended cleanly by Sampayas.
Good
Actually,
news.
in spite of going 4v5 to open the round as well, right? Past that point, it was very convincing.
Yeah, good news for ENCE to win that kind of round so convincingly as well. Helps settle the cash as well towards the end of this half. But MIBR, they've won a lot of rounds in a row, so they've got plenty of money. Goodbye comes in again. They're not going for AWP. They're just going to keep the rifles on 5. And Sampayas bringing his sniper to look down the ramp, goes for the more risky play, and then realizes he doesn't get the opportunity immediately, so to fall back. So it's Snappy's turn yet again, using the gap in the side of the tarpaulin. And when he's under quite a bit of pressure, it will be safe to spam him out. And maden is now caught in no man's land, and Insani's found the gap around the back of the smoke. These fights have not gone the way of ENCE at the start of the round, and Sampayas must now plug that hole before this ship sinks.
Oh, spam. MIBR, that's the thing. They don't have to keep going here, right? When they're in the 4v3 like this, they've got all the control over towards ramp. They might look to slow it down for a moment. They're going to see if they can catch anyone over the smokes with this boost. And it works wonders. Now the pressure is really on for ENCE.
There's so many cool moves MIBR can go to, right? Around these utility pieces, they just have a couple of adaptations they can throw in, and it's not even towards the A side. They're going to finish. Exit's going back. He's cleared up B. They can go anywhere at this point, and Nertz is coming around the side. 45 seconds. Reaggression in from Nertz, and a good headshot on Insani.
The patience is fine there. I like that MIBR call it off and go for the rotate, but you know Nertz is going to hit that shot. He is shit hot right now in a 2v3, trying to pull this one back. Kit left on the top. ENCE have got to do it without. This molly goes deep, but they've got to know there's got to be a player close, right? That's why this rotate came in play. So does Nertz check his close corners is the question. They're ready to trade. If he doesn't even look there. X is set up for success, and MIBR win the half at worst case scenario. It looks like we have all the makings of a 3-map series, right? ENCE with their pick on Anubis, the best Anubis team in the world right now, not up for debate. And MIBR right now rocking this boat, Dinko.
Vertigo certainly looking like a comfortable home ground for them. Sampayas desperately trying to hold on to this AWP, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
No
chance. Down to 3 health, and yeah, they've got it.
Oh, I love it.
Wall bang on the edge as well, just to close it out on Sampayas. 8-5. MIBR have already won this half.
Yep, there's some Vertiglobals, all right. Doing that boost over the short smoke.
They're going to be found out. We're going to see that Vertiglobal real soon.
Banning that on Premier. What a play. Can't deny it.
Dude, I mean, this is legit as hell from MIBR. You know, even if you contrast them to someone like Furia back in Group A, and I think this is pretty interesting, right? Obviously, Furia had to make their run through the last chance bracket, right? And the teams that Furia would have had to beat to ascend to any sort of the playoffs would have been Greyhound twice, NIP once, and Gamer Legion as their final game down in the last chance bracket. Comparatively, MIBR win over Maus already under their belts, and now a very good game versus ENCE.
Yeah,
they're looking to make a bit of a name for themselves right now, MIBR.
Well, maden able to make that MP9 work for the kill at the top ramp, the weakest gun in that engagement, and Sampayas does not hit the flick on up, but he goes again, he double dips, and that will cost him the greed. As Insani sends the bullet between his eyes. Minute left, Snappy's nade, this could be perfect. This could land right on top of their heads. Doink!
Their feet instead, but it's still damaged, and they will go 1 for 1. This could have been a very easy round for ENCE with those advantages, but a couple of refaces have left them in a scary spot. This is by no means impossible for MIBR. Some good nades will start to come in, burn out some positions, get a smoke on one side. D has had a very quiet game, but he did find the 5-on-4 this time. Can he keep that rolling? Find some more. Snappy pushed in on default. Nertz is rotating out the spam. They hear that. They know this player's here. Snappy swings, though. And now we're in another predicament. 2-on-2. ENCE have really dug their own grave in this round. The reset back to ramp is nice. Spotted Nertz. Stuck between 2 targets. Still isolates one. And Diha closes. ENCE It's not a pretty round, but it is a round, finding 6 with 1 left.
Yeah, I think ENCE have just been figuring out any sort of way to get rounds on the CT side. Doesn't matter if it's pretty, doesn't matter if it makes sense, just getting them. You think back to the first sort of portions of this half of CS, it was Nerds on that retake in that B site, right? That looked like it's going to be a done deal, but there's just little moments where individuals are stepping up and getting a few extra rounds on the board here for ENCE. And they leave this half 8-7. That's actually really impressive considering how well MIBR have been on the T side here.
Still going to be a big test for ENCE to keep the good times rolling.
Oof. Oh, Nerds, look at this.
Again, no waiting this time. Oh, and they check it. He is a little locked down now. He should be dead on that spam, and Exit hits it perfectly as the smoke comes up. Snappy has been the one consistent factor on A. It's felt like a couple of multi-kill rounds in this position. MIBR go crawling back to B, where they've had a lot of success, but typically when it's been undefended, it's still stacked with 2 CTs. He has swing. No, I call that swing. He walked into the ramp angle. He's having an off game right now, but Sunpius luckily is still here, and he might just make this half redeemable after all. 4 for Sunpius and 7 for ENCE. They managed to hold on, but no jokes about it. MIBR have come to play on map 1 of this series. Stay with us.
Hot stuff coming in off of the presses. And no, I'm not just talking about the picture that may just be shown on screen. However, a good friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, and a legend throughout the Counter-Strike community has announced the birth of another child. He goes by the name of Jordan Gilbert, someone who I'd often consider a child myself. However, in this notion, he is a dad. Again, shout out to you, Jordan Gilbert. We love you. we miss you. We'll see you around soon. Reporting live, it's Trace from Space.
He's got a chance in this one. Makes it look too clean.
Welcome back to the sunny shores of Malta. MIBR versus ENCE will rage on Vertigo, and quite the affair that we have here, Harry. MIBR up by 1 round, 8-7 versus ENCE. A strong T-side yet again here on Vertigo.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was a really good showing from MIBR. I think, you know, when we kind of talk about this, when you reflect on the first half of this game, they were kind of the main talking point. But I think ENCE have done a good job of squeaking in a couple of rounds right near the end. They find 3 out of 4 the last few, and that's been enough for them to kind of recover this half and leave it to where they can still steal away MIBR's pick in this series. So there's pistol round. It's going to be a real party boost. We got the bug molly to displace this player in elevator. Brenno's pushed all the way down towards the bottom of ramp, and so ENCE, who looked like they actually wanted to end up going A here, looked to change this on the fly. They already had Nertz out mid with that bug molly to try and give them a bit of leverage over middle, but it's not panned out. Everywhere ENCE go, they're running into a different pair of dual Berettas. Finally, they cook up 1 kill, but with some Pius falling, this is now all on Diha.
Well, this is quite the one-sided pistol affair for MIBR. They're going to love this. Dual Beretta's out in force, and so are the headshots. As we head under 1 minute left, Diha is getting trapped. They're shrinking in on his position, and Diha is going to try and fight his way out of it. Nearly gets a chance there in the second kill.
This could get somewhat weird. This could get weird.
Oh, needed that one, though. And MIBR will eventually close that one out. 9-7. MIBR win the pistol in the second half, and no bomb plant for ENCE, so we won't be seeing that force buy come in with the rifles, but we will see it with Tech 9s, etc. being purchased up. But here's the dual Berettas starting it off. Anywhere ENCE decided to try and push and pull, they walked into some Julies. Still, I feel a little worried that MIBR would lose this kind of round, though. The Tech 9s are strong, Harry, especially when you got this much util around it. You're going up against FAMAS, and 2 MP9s in here, too.
Yeah, I'm not super worried. It depends. You know, if MIBR are kind of able to keep them at range, long out some of these ramp engagements, right? Not give anything away around the limited util that ENCE have. What this will probably end up being, right, if we come in with the A play, it was, you know, they've got, what, 1 smoke left right now? Probably going to smoke over from short, give themselves the lineup to get the bomb down on the run into the site. It's kind of all they've got, really, in this round. And so to that end, I think it won't be a problem for ENCE to get set up in a post plant here. And so actually, yeah, you know what? With how this has started to pan out, maybe this is a little worrisome for MIBR. Maybe you were right then, Co.
Time stuck on, and so has the anxiety increased. Here comes the play forward, nades coming in.
They want to try and run it up the front, so they're going to use this smoke on the right side. It's like the ramp version of this short take. They've smoked this deep right angle. It's allowed them to run up and get the bomb down. Downside to this is they're a little more vulnerable at these rifles as they try to cross back onto the ramp, but they've done well playing around this 1 smoke with the Tech 9s. Oh, Snappy! More like Tappy, bro. Look at him go!
Tappy from Snappy. Here goes the Tech 9, keeps going forward, straight into the elevator. And it's been snapped, it's hit the floor. And now exit the last remaining player. That is why the Tech 9s can be a little bit worrying. Where you can execute on the A site. You create a protective wall of smoke around the bomb site itself. You get that bomb plant in, and then a lot of comfortable post plant you can go for. And Snappy feels confident to take some fights, and he wins them. We've got Hugo B. Byron return to the microphone.
I never left.
Yeah, true.
I was always here. I really enjoyed the casting. I thought a couple of rounds for you guys to really, you know, make a name for yourself. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's the danger of giving up full ramp control, Dinko. That's why you don't want those double smokes down. ENCE get very aggressive in the post plant too. And man, they run away with their little force.
I think MIBR have to have a little force of their own here, though. The force is little with them, Harry. They're going to have to go with CZs.
It's weak with them, you could say.
Well,
it's little.
The force is weak with you.
The force is big with this
that
one.
Would be, you never hear that in Star Wars. I wonder why. That would be kind of sick. You know, you just have a character who's just mediocre. You know, the force is
true.
Moderately with you.
Because it's not a toggle. You
If
don't
it's
have the
mediocre
force or not have
characters
the
you're
force.
looking for, you can watch any of the new Star Wars, actually. And
good.
you'll be,
But dude, they're like
you'll be
superhumans.
thrilled.
They're all superhumans, man. They don't die.
This is a very interesting economical decision because MIBR are going to eco this round, but they still won't have enough next. So do they like half force next?
They can
with
have some
2K?
extra nades, maybe when they eventually get to buy, right?
Because we never really see anyone like now's probably not the time with potential economy changes on the horizon with CS2 potential. I say, who knows? But no one's ever tried to like change the way that money is played in the game for a long time. I remember, God, years ago, one of the last existence teams, I think it was one of the old LDLCs. Way past the prime. They had a couple of cool ideas on how to spend the money, which basically involved like half buying, then doing this, ecoing and then full buying rather than full buying then ecoing. As long as you don't overspend on that quote-unquote full buy, you still keep some money. It like confused some teams that are playing against, and it also gave you options. If you win the eco, you have even more money on your full buy. You know, sometimes you can win a round and not have money. And look at this, it might just work out. In a 4-on-2, they're making magic happen, but you've got two big hitters on the other side. Some Pius and Nerds.
Molly left
2v3
as well for
and
Nerds.
Molly on the bomb. That will be the round winner. Nerds wants to keep his gun out. Eventually it will go through. There's a smoke down there, but Nerds has just won the round with that. Safe can't get the shot, and Sampai's had the cover. He couldn't have killed him anyway. It was only a backpack showing. Bloody nice try for MIBR and a full eco almost.
Yeah, I can't believe they actually need to win that round. Nerds
They would have been rich.
Yeah, they would have been
Rolling
so
in
rich. Guess that kind of works out. Maybe that's the same vein of Harry's thought process around not needing Kevlar on the pistol. Maybe it makes you play better in these kind of rounds as well.
Yeah, I definitely think there's something subconscious about it, right? Like, you know, you can't get hit.
It's
you get
like
hit,
that
you're a
scene
dead
from
man.
Batman, right? Where he's climbing out of the cave.
Sure.
And the only time he makes it out is when he doesn't have the rope.
Exactly, right? That's actually a really, wow. Let's all kind of round of applause.
Beautiful.
That is a great metaphor.
Thank you, Harry. Been working on that one.
And look at this. Look at what they've done. They've got one M4 dropped over by exit. And a bunch of pistols. I don't mind these decisions for MIBR. They're playing for later.
Yeah, they're playing well for a while, but this will concede the lead to ENCE, and ENCE should hit double figures in just a moment.
Oh, that's
Diha
not normally.
get checked on. A nice shot out and towards the top of the boost. Breno stood no chance.
Did they nade the gun? Oh no, he's got it.
Oh, and Sani elsewhere though. That's going to be Snappy getting taken out, and oh no indeed. The rifle from Drop right to the head of Diha, and MIBR once again making this a little scary for ENCE. They had even less in this one.
Doesn't have the same ring to it as Easy for ENCE, does it? A little scary for ENCE.
It's the Halloween special.
Let's see what they're going to do. Trying this boost up. Gets them vision onto the man in the side, but they weren't ready for Exit up close, so it will get traded. Exit's now got his work cut out for him. His safe is flanking, and Exit's going back to look for this man in the back lines. Nerds gets crept upon, and now the gun's away from them. Pius is going to get backstabbed.
No
and
way.
so with the collection of pistols, that one hero gun, MIBR, they upset this one very early.
They do win an eco, just a little bit later than we thought. And it's not even the hero rifle going ham, is it? It's mostly pistols, flanks. Drop grabs it, puts it to use.
This is some next level economics coming in from MIBR. They're combining both ecos into one.
I mean, they've taken the, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. If you just win rounds, you make money, frankly.
Exactly. It's
and
a
with the
simple
damage
process.
done in the previous, look at this by friends. It's mix and match. It's
Exit's
Tech 9
having
to
one
war.
hell of a game here as
Yeah.
well. 20 kills, 9 deaths, looking outstanding at the moment. Pius, he's looking for his 20th kill. He might just get it here. Oh, that timing on scopes, perhaps just as he would have had the opportunity to knock one off the perch. This is not an inspiring purchase from ENCE. Not really an inspiring performance at all so far from ENCE. And there's a little gap here for Insani's. Still will appear down the side of it. Hasn't seen anybody. Spence will just take their time in round 20. Let this one sort of settle. More nades being used up for MIBR. I mean, the best chance to Harry we've seen earlier, right, in these kind of rounds, you have limited utility, limited weapons, perhaps just trying to execute on the A site and get a bomb plant, but they might be able to stop that.
Yeah, the problem they're having is like you need the real estate, you need the ramp control to even be in that position and kind of launch the util. Maden's trying to make this move right now, and he knows he's hit a bit of a gap, but you almost wonder what would have happened if he kept holding W there.
Would have won the round, maybe. 2 players the back turn. Now they have great
instead
timing
they're
on the
getting
short.
re-aggroed, yeah.
And the backstabber has become the backstabbed. As the backstab comes in for Breno, he sees one more. D has a dead man walking. Just wait for that last swing. It is a little delayed. D gets a spray off, but winning this round is a pipe dream right now. Over the top, D reads it, but the headshot will connect.
There's that pipe again.
Yeah, indeed. What do you mean?
The pipelines. They're back.
What, EG? Is that toxic or BM? Like, is it BM?
No, it's surely mind games of some description, isn't it?
Especially
if you open a knife,
good,
right?
Yeah.
It's like,
you're sat there.
I don't even need to win this.
Drop's like, bro, they're opening cases, man. Like, what the fuck do we do?
Shaking They should do it on a big stage game. That would be perfect.
There's a lot of screaming in the other game right now. I wonder who just won that round because I couldn't even tell. Maybe it sounded pretty European.
That was a European scream, I think.
It did sound
like a
European.
shoe.
Oh, it's because it's...
Yeah, Mal's won first map in OT.
Yeah.
I think if I were to guess, I would say EG started it, or more specifically Hexed probably started it. And Mal's are trying to finish it. More at 10.
More at the B side as Nerds creeps over the wood. And here's the exit.
Look, guys, I don't want to ruin the illusion of it. You don't win this one, ever. Surely.
No chance.
No one's ever won this.
Never.
It's just Glocks.
Glock.
And the sun.
Ugh, I don't like you saying it like that. Just give me one more of them.
Glock.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh, that click sound. That's ASMR.
Timeout called. It's MIBR the ones to call it. And I do kind of like
give us a
that.
rhyme, Hugo?
No.
They know the importance of this. They know the importance of this round and that they could do all the legwork on winning this game here and now, right? If they win this one, they're going to leave ENCE really with one more proper buy to try and put a stop to MIBR running away with Vertigo. And thus far, only 2 rounds found for ENCE. It's moving into this second half, and it was all on the back of that kind of weird back and forth start with the various buys coming through, the win from ENCE in their force in the second. So MIBR trying to get their ducks in a row.
Oh, not in a line or a pipeline, just in a row. One by one, horizontally.
Well, a row is still a line, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, a row is, I would say, a row is like, yeah.
A line?
Yeah. I was trying to do something there, but we'll save it for later.
Could be a sporting activity.
That is true.
Row your boat down the ramp. It's going to be Maden coming out on top of the first kill of the round, and Snappy will assist. Save. Ooh, Chomp hit a bit for a second kill, but it is Snappy that will rip his head right off his shoulders. But Drop is pushed down B, and in the meantime, Exit is rotated around towards that A side of the map. But it might be this mid lurk that could come back to bite Exit. And he's starting to read that, anticipating perhaps a lit Nerds play that we've all become so used to seeing. And Drop just getting into a comfortable position. I would say that's probably the wrong word. An uncomfortable position on the side of the map. Just not even, his feet aren't even touching anything. Just hanging on by his elbows. Strong elbows. Exit's gonna be spamming down through the smoke, but no one's around yet. But here comes Nerds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're ENCE here, you just kind of hold the extremities. You give Nerds all the room he could possibly need. I hope they don't go B.
Well, it might not matter.
No, this is fine.
Up.
Snappy's allowed to like go look for this. Yeah. Oh, but now what if the bomb comes later, and because Drop's heard the footsteps, now
he could
he
actually
moves around.
He could win the round.
Oh my god.
Oh, the bomb's coming later.
God. Oh my god, it's about to happen. No! With that kill right
seconds.
there, he could have just won the round.
Why to go for the AK?
God,
he's got him
hold off. He's got to hold them off just for a moment. Just deny this bomb retrieval. If Drop leaves now, he looks to win this round. He looks to steal it in the 1v3. Lobs the nade. Doesn't need to face here. He can run. Nert seems to believe. Is there time for this? It's going to be close. Nert
he's got it.
Just gets that bomb down. A second to spare, but he's plugged in the numbers. Drop thought he'd already won this, so now it's down to the 1v1.
Nerds just waiting. A second in this round, but Nerds is able to get it done. Peeks out towards the stairs and drops so close to the miraculous moment. But it is stolen away by Nerds.
That's devastating, Dinko.
I heard a little Sampaya shriek of joy, I believe, when they planted the bomb in the last second.
I think there was Ursula. I don't think it was Sampaya's.
Okay.
She knew what that meant.
Oh, last second plant. Oh, my.
Oh, that hurts. Dude drops fiddling, man. He's pulling out the AK. He's throwing a nade. He cancels the nade. He tries to go
juggling.
back. And I get 11 seconds you make the gamble. You hope that Nerds overcooks the round and doesn't get the plant in time. 1 second difference. Unfortunate for drop. I think that nade, if it landed, might have made that second difference in movement speed.
That's true.
Switching off the nade could have lost him the round, to be honest. Very nice try from drop. Can't deny it. He's back for more. Back for vengeance. Bottom B.
That was one of the crazier rounds of this game.
A little breather after that one.
It's been kind of by the books for the most part, right? Been pretty reasonable. Will ENCE now propel forward off of not only the force buy they found after the pistol, but that one ensuing their way as well. They've just had no money, man. They've been winning rounds, but have nothing to show for it. They had an AWP, MAC-10, Galil, AK, Tech-9 buy earlier. This one's even worse.
Didn't show this position in the previous round because he did leave, so now he's got Safe to help him out on top of the wood as well, so he'll draw that initial attention. Now they're focused on him, and then there's a chance for Drop to catch opponents looking the wrong way. He decides to bite early, and Safe is already caught re-peeking, but it's working out for MIBR across the board.
This could still go very badly if ENCE get this one clean. Now they have a 2-on-3 with a one-man alone at B, and they've got him boxed in at the back of the bomb site. Molly will burn him out. Good smoke down for exit. Can he escape through the spam? Just about. Support coming in, but a beautiful headshot. Nerds is full of them today, and in fact every day as this flank comes in. Breno keeps the pressure on. They're chasing him down. They needed that kill. It won't come through. The flank will, and MIBR do put it to bed. Very nice B hold there from the bottom. Even if Safe overswings that a little early, that synergy from him and Drop from the Furia days, they try.
Yeah, they're looking good in blue, I have to say. Safe and Drop, looking good in the MIBR jerseys. I think it's a nice, new, comfortable environment for them to try and progress, right? You take experience out of Furia and come into MIBR with a fresh look.
And even Drop, who, definitely had like a drop-off in performances. We saw his potential on the stage. We saw him put on some incredible games. But I think for Safe, he was far less of an issue, at least in the numbers. Like, made some silly mistakes at times, but hit the easy shots. Occasionally had some big clutches come through, but Furia just have too many AWPers, man, as we have learnt across the years. And none of them Henny, sadly.
Yeah, got another one in that.
Classic. So, it didn't feel like Safe was done.
Even to that end, you talk on Henny, obviously was in MIBR. Safe's kind of come through here, and I think about how kind of different that must be for him and Drop, going from being, the kind of additions, the newer faces to a Furia lineup, one where they kind of have to pay respects to the old guard there, but now they're coming into this one as, two very experienced voices who have played on stages at majors, who have got that experience, that time in the limelight, who know what it takes to kind of withstand the pressure. And I think that's even struck something in MIBR to the very core with the idea that, Vertigo's come back into the pool and looked great for them. I think you probably can attribute a good case of that to Drop and Safe looking to bring that into their veto more.
Well, out of this timeout, ENCE have to come to the battleground with Tech-9's Deagles and a P250.
Just no money in this T side. And no rounds ready to show for it.
I think you highlighted it perfectly, though, Hugo. It feels like this series is set for 3, right? MIBR coming in with their comfort pick of Vertigo. And so get them a fight, but it does feel like MIBR just have a little extra in the locker. And here they come around the corner. Nice shot from Maden. That's what he can do when he opens things up. They let him off the leash. The second kill in. And now the Tech-9s have thrown a little bit of a curveball into this round for MIBR. Smokes up on this side. If they can get the bomb down, if they can get themselves into a post-plant position without losing another member, this could get really messy. But ENCE, they don't have that second smoke for the left side, and by the time they get into position, that other smoke will have faded away.
1 HE will be negligible here for Nerds. He kind of just needs a bit of time and room so he can look for a swing and take a kill out. Let's see what timing Nerds makes this move. It's really the only way in, providing cover as his team come up on the short side. Missed shot, but a faux dink. He will live. His team hit a dig, and Brano gets naded back out of the round. They might just save. They've been pushed so far back that they cannot win this with no kit, no nades.
You know what's impressive about that is obviously the fact that ENCE win it, but the way that they won it towards the end of the round, right? We're highlighting the lack of utility. Maybe it'll be difficult for them to get into the site, but the start of the round for Maden's incredible. Those 2 kills on the entry. Then it slows down. You feel like MIBR might have control of it again. They might have a shot pulling it back, but ENCE still find their way through to it. And that's 2 rounds now in this half that MIBR have lost to the Tech-9s of ENCE.
Yes, true.
On their map picks, so maybe that third
and this
doesn't feel so destined if that keeps happening.
It's a little less forgivable this time as well. 4 rifles and
that's true,
no AWP that with the shot and got overran.
No crazy, like util early on. Like last time when they got forced off of ramp, it's because ENCE are employing that one-way smoke under the ramp, right? So you kind of understand when you're up against Eagles where you don't want to be swinging into that and taking that risk. They waited for the util to fade, but this time they hear everyone running up ramp, and it felt like, for someone like Maden, he got way too much space before even a point of damage had been done, before he'd been slowed or flashed or anything of the likes, And so when you have a utility-less Tech-9 rush coming at you, you kind of, you want to be doing the bulk of the legwork just in the util that you're throwing, right, to tee yourself up for that round.
All this being said, I've still enjoyed watching MIBR play and cool, and the decisiveness to make that save and the 2-on-4 is admirable. Some of the ecos they've gone for, and the success with those ecos as well has been pretty nice to see on the CT side. So overall, MIBR have really put on a show, but this is where you would like to imagine that the better team, the more experienced team, the more proven team shows their value late in the game and wins it out here.
All right.
That's what I'm here for, Harry. And if MIBR can change that tune, good for them.
Well, they stack towards A. And ENCE are going towards the B side of the map, so Drop is desperately calling for his teammates to come and help him. And there is a couple now arriving to that effect. It is going to be Exit with the first on the head of Snappy. Good shot on the Deagle, but they will be overrun, and ENCE will deal with the reinforcements.
That's really nice, that is. That's bloody lovely, that is.
That's bloody lovely.
Yeah, not just Rush's brownies as well.
The gravy, man.
The gravy, excuse me?
That's what we need from Rush. I need to take. I'm sure he has a mean gravy.
Oh, he could do like a couple of Yorkshire.
He's from Yorkshire. He's from the north of England.
Yeah, not
right?
the brownies,
he can make a good
separate.
gravy.
A full roast.
But I didn't really think gravy is something you bake.
Yeah, but it's like
no, but we could do it on roasted with Rush. We baked with Rush.
Roasted with Rush.
It's like a
Is
spin-off
Rush observing here, or is we got the barbecue out? No, we've got Jakey. Jakey, do you? Well,
maybe we could do
us, but I wonder what.
Something with Jakey. Yeah, like.
Jakey, can you do cereal?
He makes
like a mean
a
no,
mean
a bit much.
bowl of Cocoa Pops, Jakey.
As long as you don't
What's
do
your favorite
the milk
cereal?
first. Mine?
Hugo.
Oh, that's a good question. You know what I actually... Wait, can I say brands?
I don't know. Ask someone else. I'm not the person to ask.
Well,
If you just say it really quick so it sounds like a cough or something.
I'll just flip some letters around. I really like the mini chocolate Beta Wicks.
Okay.
You know, it's like the small ones with the chocolate in them. They also have like the fruit and nut ones as well, but who doesn't want chocolate? But
yeah.
I'm
It's a good
I'm
one.
off
You're looking for more nut in your
Not
start
really.
of the day?
I've got plenty, thank you, Harry.
Harry was just ready. He was excited for that.
Yeah, he was whipping it out.
He'll help you with
the
that.
cereal, that is. Oh!
Dead in
Why are they
middle
making
to
these
the
ecos
Eagle.
so interesting, Harry? Break it down.
But well, we can just wait and see how interesting they make it.
Okay,
It's one kill right now, and ENCE
So it's
kind
probably
of
over.
ENCE have employed that little one-way gimmick down towards the bottom of ramp again to fight for this control. So that's panned out for them, and that finds them back in this 4-on. Oh god,
Yeah.
safe.
Done.
He kind of thought they were further down the ramp than they were, that was going to be a bit slower. I guess when you see the one-way at the bottom of ramp, you're envisioning that they're going to hang around and try and play it for as long as they can. But that's not what happens there, and so this is already a save for MIBR.
Is it me, or has this game had more ecos than every other game you've ever seen? I feel like...
No, yeah, that's true. There's like barely been any full gun rounds on either side.
Like even the buy rounds are kind of whack.
It's because of this. ENCE forced buy all the time, right? So they like to buy a lot, and they leave themselves with not a lot of money. And then MIBR are the opposite. They're like saving a lot of the time so they can get a gun round, then they lose it to Tech-9s. So we're never seeing a gun round.
Eternal cycle.
It is the cycle of life. Or the circle. Or the square. Would you say that life is a circle, Hugo? Or what shape would you say life is?
Well, I guess if it had to be a shape, circle would probably be up there. But
it's just a line, really. I'd say it's a row.
That's not a shape. A line. Is that a shape, Harry?
I think it's like a triangle.
Oh, what are the three?
Illuminati,
Birth,
control
taxes, death.
Ah, there we go.
Birth, taxes, death. That's all it is, over and over again, for however many lifetimes you've been around.
Yeah. How many of you lived through, Harry? Multiple?
I don't know.
This man's seen a few lifetimes.
Yeah, he's done some reincarnation. That is for sure.
He's too creative, too much of a genius to have only lived one.
That's a good point.
Really picking me up today, man.
Yeah.
You're kind of overselling my...
Right now, MIBR need lifeline, boys. They need...
Yeah. No, they do. They need a step in the right direction here, because you can feel the tune's changed a bit out of ENCE. We're no longer so worried as they've grinded back in over these last few rounds. I want to see more from ENCE. He sits down bottom of the board right now for MIBR. Great damage for Breno through this smoke. Gets away with a double, and he's still hanging around looking for more. Is this going to be one step too far? Looks like he's fine to get out of there now, but that jump check from ENCE.
I think I actually prefer the eco rounds than gun rounds.
That's one that really hurts.
It's a group, that's for sure.
What do you learn from that if you're MIBR? It's like, yeah, they are still bottom ramp, you know? Like, that's kind of all they get out of it. It's not like that was some sick info play. Just looked like a bit of an overextension, an accidental jump too soon. Gives away back in, but Safe's looking to make up for it. 3v2. D had dead as he's walked on by Breno up through short.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, nerds.
Oh, he dropped his gun off the map.
Nothing but a Glock.
He dropped his gun off the map to grab the orb, but then they kill him before he could grab the orb. It wasn't there.
Nah, he probably wasn't going to get away with it or win anything anyway there.
Oh, that's disastrous.
But honestly, the eco rounds have been a little bit more exciting than that. I mean, that's just like smoke kill, spam, down the ramp. The round's already kind of over. MIBR have a huge advantage off the back of a couple of spam kills.
It is a roller coaster, though. They go 5-on-3 down, and then... Oh, sorry, 5-on-3 up. Then they go down to 3-on-3. Then they win it clean. So, you know, easier said than done. They give ENCE a perfect way back into that round, and still MIBR grab hold of it with both hands and squeeze out 14.
Well, we've had coaches in back-to-back games so far, with the big game and now this one with MIBR. The coaches that have played professionally in 2 esports titles.
2 esports titles?
Gold B played Valorant for a while.
Of course.
And Bit played League of Legends.
Really? Yeah.
So ENCE, so there you go.
Track record is pretty good then.
Yeah.
I mean, if this game had more wizards in it. Ooh. Oh! Safe sees him, some pious.
He pulls out the broomstick. His wizards.
Waves his wand.
Yeah, that works too. Bit longer than a wand.
John Madden.
At least his is.
John Madden. Football.
Wands come in all shapes and sizes.
Ball. B's empty. Drop playing very passive, realizing that now they start to lob some nades back in. He can get flash round this corner. He will. And he'll assure. Don't know why I went for the assure there. That MIBR have this B control. ENCE regrouping back on the A ramp. This is a very difficult round. One smoke, one flash, one molly. They've missed a smoke here, but they've used it rather to walk up ramp. So now they've got to do left side smoke, molly headshot, and win some very good fights. Breno's got one, and he gets out.
Just for playing this position.
In a lot of these rounds, they've actually elected to do the right-hand side smoke and run like wide up ramps. So I wonder if that's what they're going to try go back to here. It's been a bit of a bailout for ENCE in moments like this where the util's low. That's what Breno was hoping to combat, but the kills come through. ENCE have found their way in. Safe from spawn. Hoping he could find that difference maker in the 3v3, but he's not going to get offered anything. This is going to come down to the retake for MIBR. That was the best chance they're going to be given for free of catching someone. And now this falls 3v3. They've got to tap this bomb to bait a peak.
That's what the right side smoke does. It gives them this perfect bomb plant that's very hard to stick for MIBR. They don't have cover, but they do have a flashbang, a fantastic one. They tap it again. They need to get a swing out. They need to get this kill, and Safe has delivered it. D has got to pull out something monumental, and he can't close the first in time. They're on the stick. It's a 15th round for the Brazilians.
DI couldn't get there in time. Too many plays to cut down, but map point finally found for MIBR. This is a map we thought they'd be picking up based on the start, how they performed throughout this tournament so far. It's been a really long battle to get to this 15th, but this is how this one started. Safe gets run boosted. The backpack of Sampaya sticks out, gives him away, and then Safe is able to stay up in the rest of the round and deliver damage right up until the final whistle. Here we go. Round 29. ENCE have got a back 10 for Snappy. Everybody else on the weapon of choice. And they've got util for this ramp take. And Snappy's already got himself around the corner and is looking up towards that short spot. In the meantime, Drop has got himself down those B stairs alongside Exit. They can start a quick flank here.
This is crazy. They've not done this all game as well. So pulling it out in a 5-on-5, setting up a deep player. Nerds won't hang around, and this is ironic considering Nerds was the guy in their back line the whole first half. Double re-aggress. This is sort of unnecessary. They can sell one player and then somebody can get out, but the nade stack comes in. That didn't feel like it had to happen with the amount of B space they had in play, and they'll start to move through on it. But ENCE want to keep fighting into the night, into the overtime. In a 5-on-2, they find all the kills on the top site and force a save here from MIBR, who actually have absolutely nothing but these guns. And maybe not even these guns.
Oh, Nerds has
this is such a good play. You don't even need the kill. Yeah, drag this out as long as you can. Just don't screw it up. Oh, make that money! Vamos!
One more man. It's Sampaya with the AWP.
And he didn't get around the corner, so Drop can smoke that off. Now they're just white knuckle gripping their weapons, trying to get it into the next round. And here comes Maden over the top of the wood. He's gonna take the head of Exit. Now just Drop. They know they've got him pinned in here, sending the MAC-10 in. He'll fend off another, and Drop just needs to hide, but they get him right at the end. And you said that's all they had, Hugo. Well, they don't have that, and MIBR have nothing heading into round 30. Overtime written all over this one.
Dude, it's brutal. The knife kill, along with that save, would have allowed them to have 3 guns here in this round. If both those players get out, Drop could have dropped an M4. He would have had the AK, he would have had the M4 that was saved alongside it, but instead, none of that. It's just pistols. Now, these have still been dangerous rounds for MIBR. They've still been able to show a good face in these low buys. But ENCE, as far as they're concerned, they've got MIBR right where they want them.
Dude.
Aggro push down through ramp for Insani. Takes the space away. Fast from Sampaya.
No.
We're back into a 4v4. The ramp control regained by ENCE. After that push.
What a sickening shot for Sampaya. Felt like Insani was round that corner. A CS2 peak. But again, MIBR, I've had lots of little tricks, right? We call them Vertiglobals. Some of these flashes have been really, really good on CT side. But this position, this is one that ENCE have been mollying all T-half. They'll go back for it. Drop's got to respect that. No smoke, one flash on Exit. On the other side, as they re-aggress on short, it's all coming too late. Drop will need help. Drop will need a multi-kill, or we will need OT.
Drop's just going to hold with the MP9. It's not easy to get a multi-kill out of this. Okay. Starting to run out of ammo now as well. He's going to get a second. Does get that multi-kill needed. But Sampaya dragging it back, and it is now just Breno. A 1v2. He does have armor and an AK and a molly left into this. So we'll give him a shot.
They don't know where he is either. They go back to clear the flanks, so he's going to have a little bit more room here. Here's that bomb gets dropped over. Knows right now he's got a 1v1 as they tap on the bomb. Doesn't elect to take it. Molly forces a swing, but Nerds goes rushing him down. And so we're into overtime. ENCE put in the serious work in round 29, removing all the guns, leaving MIBR with nothing. And in spite of their best efforts, MIBR are not able to close this in regulation.
This is, yeah, and what do we always say here, boys? The classic, the experienced team, the favorite, often comes out on top in overtime. The numbers speak to that as well. This is where ENCE, who have been grafting on this comeback, have to finish what they started. MIBR. We've got this one's not
FPS
live, don't
bug.
worry. FPS bug. Should be resetting this round, but my goodness, this is quite a game we're getting.
It's quite apt that the two plays to close that round out and pull that one back for ENCE right at the end was Nerds and Sampais, right? Those are the two players that are performing like beasts right now, both pushing 30 kills, 27 for Sampais, 26 for Nerds. And you don't always see the AWPers on the T side get impact as much as Sampais was there, so good to see his AWP coming out. Yeah, that should be a nice, easy fix for the FPS bug. I'm happy that one's going to be going with the new game. That's one we won't have to deal with.
It calmed down, didn't it? All right. First of a potential 6 per OT. Back down the ramp. I like this aggression. It got them the opener in the last round, and it will do it again. And Sonny just walks fearlessly. He's had a quiet game, but a couple of crucial 5-on-4s. That will be one of them. MIBR now sit pretty in control. For how long is the question? They take back all of ramp, and again drop required to perform, but he's been good for it. And Nurse walks out mid, not ready for exit. Wide con. And a 5-on-3 where what can go wrong?
Oh, that could have been something for Snappy. Has the angle here to try and find this. It's a lot of damage onto drop. Brings him down to 2 HP with that not being the killing blow. They've still got 4 bodies to contest with over here at B. Diha's going to try and make a bit of a hero play here around the smokes. Good for 1. That's drop finished off. Still 3 more to face. 1 more a while out, and ENCE, who's only just beginning this rotate around now. Are they really repositioning on this? Now they go back and swap the util onto exit. They give him the one flash that MIBR had left. This has got to be a damn good flash here to propel them in. Flash goes high, but it's dodged by Diha. Sampais out from behind double, in with the first. Can he take any more out of the round? The answer's a no. It's left to Snappy, and Exit will deal with him with ease. A big hat-trick from Exit in that retake. Not just the man to try and bring them back in with the flash. He takes it one step further and goes on to win that round for MIBR.
Yeah, nice try for Diha and Sampais. Big kills for the pole as he pushes in past the smokes. And MIBR smoke on default, and that's annoying for Nerds, yeah. Getting caught in middle like that. It was Sampais. That's why you see players in, stuck positions just swing early. He tries to buy as much time as he can behind the double box and just gets cleared out. If he didn't wait, if he just went for the commitment left or right, he might have had a kill, and it might have been a 3-on-5 for ENCE. Instead, an opening tag for Sampais, and Sani getting beat up on ramp this time as MIBR still tried to hold on to this position. They got 3 CTs here.
Oh, Breno. Get a little gap at the bottom of that smoke. It's Maden. Still trying to chase down the AWP of saffee. He does get that chance on the second time too.
Yes.
And ENCE playing in the phase of the smoke, and it might just work out perfectly for him. ENCE with 1. Good reactions again from Sampais to get an effective trade kill coming in, and Snappy's going to assist in that. So just drop an exit left now on the CT side, and ENCE with over a minute in really, really comfortable waters here.
Yeah, they've got one player.
Bye-bye.
One player committed is the only danger, but Snappy is a powerful position that won't get cleared this late in the round, and they're burning out exit. Can Snappy play off that? Yes, he can. What a great combo called for the captain of ENCE to give themselves 16 rounds on a platter. Served piping hot. Drop just has to take off that lid and give it to ENCE. AK Saber would be nice, not for money, just for the weapon.
Oh.
But Nerds will not let it happen.
Doesn't miss those. Does not miss those.
Is actually freakishly good.
It's wild mechanically. I think he's the full package as a player. Yeah. I think he's very marketable as an individual. He's very well-spoken. He wants to do interviews. He's confident on camera.
Yeah.
He's also an incredible Counter-Strike player in all facets, really. He doesn't get nervous in the big stage games. Overall,
he likes
I feel like
as well.
He's going to just be an incredible one for the future.
What's he missing?
Well, he's the full package, so...
Everything. He's got everything. There's not one thing.
I don't know, maybe there's something missing.
You know, of course, if you're looking to hire him for birthdays, funerals, weddings, bar mitzvahs, anything really, you can reach out to his agent, dinko@gmail.com. So,
at least give him his real email, you know, get him the possibilities, Harry. What's your fee? What's your cut?
That will be disclosed later, once you get into the discussion.
Nice spam. Insani, you know, he's had a couple more impactful rounds towards ramp in the last few. Said it again. A good early damage. And well, I say that.
ENCE have done a really cool thing with this one-way smoke that they keep throwing in. They've kind of done it in the majority of these 8-play rounds, and it's forcing MIBR to not be super active in this ramp fight, and that conditioning is why ENCE have been allowed to run it up ramp in so many of these rounds with very little util. It's not taking a lot to deter these ramp peaks, and so you see MIBR try and kind of call their bluff on it there, and they end up feeding that one-way at the bottom of ramp. Good response from Safe, cancelling maden out. Over here in mid, Nertz has tried to hit the timing, but he's cancelled by drop. Lots of damage found to Snappy. They'll chase him down over on the short side. So this is a much better looking round here for MIBR. They kind of refocus, they collapse back in on the top of ramp. And ENCE have got no solutions to that to close out this first half of OT.
MIBR staying in this overtime. We got to see earlier today, Big versus Heroic, how many overtimes that went to on the first map. We'll see if we can rival that maybe between MIBR and ENCE.
I'm not sure we got that much longevity in this, to be honest. I'm again very impressed that MIBR is still leading at the half.
Yeah.
They hit 15 first. They had a great T-side earlier on. I don't know, boys. I smell something in the water right now.
What's it smell like?
Hadn't thought that far ahead.
An ENCE victory.
No.
No?
The opposite.
An MIBR steal away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the scent of that is, but it's bloody lovely, I must say. It's really nice.
Lots of smells. 17 to 16. MIBR stay in this one. Even though they're up against the ropes, bloody-nosed.
That's what I'm smelling.
The deck, yeah.
Iron.
Love the smell of blood, I do.
In the morning. Wow, an apocalyptic nade on B.
Ooh.
Double boost.
Yeah, that's good. This could be nice for Insani.
Oh, he's committing. Yeah, good. Third time. That's not the charm, but that's what they say.
The lactic acid built up in the legs. He couldn't keep the squats going.
That's true. Should have called for a spotter. Instead, it's ENCE with eyes on the prize. 17 on the horizons as Sunpius finds another 31 and 17. Nertz not far behind. And it has, of course, been the captain of MIBR. And Breno right by his side as the fraggers. Can they pull off a 2-on-5?
I love this angle. Maden's in. Just so difficult to get rid of him. Almost guaranteed 1 kill. So he's forced out by exit, but the damage is already done. Final 45 seconds of this. ENCE are going to be tying things up. Exit's just chilling in mid. All of his teammates are gone. All his friends are dead. He will soon join them. ENCE just letting him stick around here.
Yeah,
forcing the issue.
They don't really care whether he attempts the round or not, right? They feel so fine in this 4v1. They've got all the control at lower. They say, man, if he wants to save an AK, sure. You know, I guess that's okay by us. So we'll take 17. Even looking to close the net a little bit right as the round timer expires here. I like this hunt for ENCE. Screw it, try your hand at the spam. See if anything connects.
Oh,
yeah, they got him as well.
From can die after time in round 1 of overtime, and it won't matter on T side. Like, considering, yeah, doesn't really matter.
Well, you know, nitpicking, but
yeah,
true. And now tied up again. It will be Snappy, who nearly got involved in that early fight, but he's just going to toss out utility and block that top ramp take for the time being. But Breno, well, he won't be dissuaded. He's going to stick around. No discouragement coming his way, and eventually will be forced back in behind those smokes on ramp. Oh, a little bit of an active play here in mid for Nertz and Tiha. A little bit quieter here for Tiha today. Some Pius is up. Rounding the corner. The wheels of death come towards Breno.
Any more?
Sampais is really feeling it in this game. You can just tell. I mean, they lose Nertz, kind of the other heavy hitter over in mid, but Sampais is really looking to make up for the lack of Nertz in this round. He's hoping he can get one more struck from the tally before all is said and done. Even ready for a boost, a run boost over for safe. So he at least manages to cross out into the ramp and displace Sampais for now. That is going to give MIBR a bit more leverage over towards ramp. That's what they were looking for. But it's only for this re-aggro to then come through a little later from ENCE. That molly complicates matters. Sampais didn't want to hang around, feeling like he was trapped at short. Now the exec looks to take shape. ENCE playing with 2 players ahead of this on the short side. Good opener from Snappy, but no more found from the man at the helm. Suddenly it's this Sampais AWP over at short that's going to have to do a hell of a lot.
Oh, it's
Running as well. Can he stop the plant? The spam comes through, the knife's out. Julie's everything in the kitchen sink. They're throwing it at MIBR, but still the Brazilians back up with a bomb down. 2 low players. This won't be easy.
Drop definitely got in a little scary position there. He'll drop back to safety into this post plant. And with no util left, it's going to be really difficult to see a world and how they get back into this, especially with saves to up around. Oh, wow, save. 3 kills, 1 by 1. He drops them.
That's rough, man. MIBR, again, managed to play it perfectly. They have 2 low players, 1 committed on Crane, and they managed to get him out and have the 2 20 health players hide and just set Safe up for all the kills. It's not like ENCE get the chance to make that 3-on-1, and then Safe's got to, you know, just hit shots as they overwhelm him and trade. He gets to isolate so easily on the orb. And ENCE, no util, no chance in that post plant. This is for it. All the marbles now. The map on the line. MIBR's second opportunity to close.
Not every day a team like ENCE will give you 2 chances, and so if you don't capitalize on it now...
The AUG. This is it. The missing factor of this game for ENCE.
It's a hard spray, though.
Not for DR.
No.
Even just kind of a rough spot. Like, once he peeks up, that's it. He's in the firing line, so his teammates flashing. Got to be good. The util's now missed, but Diha just keeps jiggling up and over. A new jiggle, a new Diha.
A new jiggle, a new day. And it's going to be drop around the corner. Nertz is gone, but the AUG is still here. And finally, that is gone. Drop comes forward with a double. And maden, he's the unturned stone. He still lies in wait behind Quad, but they are now just moving elsewhere, sending that bomb to other pastures. And there's maden peeking out, does get the kill.
Risky.
Doesn't see anybody else.
Oh, the read, Sampais, what a great move back. He almost over-rotates the nades. Will
Flash
give it away.
is so good.
Flash will get him off the angle. There should be a plant. This time they have 1 molly, but that's really not, again, enough. Safe can win this game right now. They need the plant, though. That molly does buy a few more seconds. maden looking to swing. Waiting for his team who are calling to hold. Smoked off. Stick down. Boost over the top. And he sees... Oh, through the wall! Through the wall! And Safe knows it's coming! He might end this map right now. Caught out in the open. Exit in the clutch. The captain trying to put them on his shoulders like he's been doing all game long. 1v1 for everything. And ENCE hold on despite the bugs working against them. They go back to another OT.
Oh, we have to go again. And it's so frustrating for Safe. You can see just standing back. He gets that kill from that boost position. As you said, you know, you can see the gun coming through the wall. Everything. The game is literally helping them in that scenario. You know, if the first pixel comes out, you see the barrel AWP, and they came out a second time as well. So great angle to catch it from here.
Oh, yeah, he's pre-aiming the top boost up, and they're just wondering, how the hell does he know? Because that boost is so good. You'll spot sandbags. You see over any smokes in sight. If Safe commits behind sandbags, dude, he probably wins it. Caught out as he swings. Another overtime, another flash peek. Honestly, ENCE haven't been going for those kind of plays here in CT sides. It's been MIBR making momentum-based plays, getting aggressive at the start of rounds, taking a ramp, popping down bottom B with drop. ENCE finally, with some confidence back, for some of these crazy rounds.
Gathering outside of this B site. Will be drop set up on top of that boosted position at the wood, and Diha, he's not in a position to gather early info, but it's still strong. But drop can get very close to the site by the time Diha sees anything. And the closest rotation will be Maden to come back and help him, but Diha has been a little bit quieter here on this map, and he's under a lot of scrutiny now with the utility coming in, heating up the situation. Flashes in, and Breno on the transfer, the double kill on Maden and Diha in the defense. Maden at least gets one from the grave, so a 2v3, it's still doable. It's a little unlikely though, and Snappy peeks out with the flash. Does get that kill on exit, shouldn't have, but does. And the in-game leader for ENCE has opened up a pathway back into this.
Blimey.
Shot lands on save. He couldn't even see where that bullet's coming from. But he's now relying on the help of his teammate Breno back on those stairways. They're both so low on health, and Snappy's rifle rips away safe, leaving it all on Breno. There's kits available, of course, so they can get onto it, stick it, and Breno must peek. He must deny this defuse, and he does, but the shot from Sampaius is so damn quick, he gets back to it in time.
That is not an easy trade for Sampaius, right? He's able to pick that target and find the diffuser just on the edge. Snappy has two options to stick that, right? Like play deeper into default, where he is more open, but you've got to swing wider, or try and use just that little bit of box cover you have, but you will be seen first. And what a hard shot to hit for Sampaius. He finds it, and he finds ENCE there first in this second OT. Tech timeout now, a bit of a breather, but no business to talk about for ENCE. My, oh my, this game is going. This game is given right now, Dinko. Maden's mouse is apparently unplugged. Not sure how that's happened. Yanked it off the table.
Yep, perhaps. Maybe, I think Dia's got it there, actually. It's pinned on the side of his shirt.
Stolen it. That's not going to help. Wants all the glory. We've got 3 players into 30 kill territory. Sampaius, Nertz, and Exit.
Yeah, a lot of 30 bombs coming into this game, and really impressive stuff from both teams, but Sampaius have a little giggle, a little chuckle. Hopefully get this one solved as quickly as possible. We got some help here. The referee's down under the table, helping Maden plug his mouse back in. Then here's return, and the action will shortly follow.
You know, the way we've been framing it is if MIBR can win this, it's all the makings of a 3-map series with Anubis coming up next with Ancient to close.
Yes, but if they lose this, then it has all the makings of a 2-0 series.
That is the other option. There were only 2.
Yeah, there were 2.
Nailed it.
Look how many little anime characters you've got coming around here. They pop vinyl Naruto? I believe so. All right. We've got a lot of collection. I think Diha has one over there too.
Yeah, he has. I want to say it's Pokemon, but I don't know.
I think it looks like Pokemon, right? And he has Naruto on his arms as well, so a lot of anime, Harry.
Yeah, people like to bring their little
Let's get animated
trinkets.
with Rush.
Was it Nafany with the stones?
Yeah, and Shiro.
Shiro with the stones.
I think Carrigan has stones as well.
Ooh.
Lot of stones. What do you think about
They're minerals,
Yeah,
Marie.
I was going to say,
they're not rocks, Marie.
Ooh.
Snappy, he's going to rock your world.
Yep.
Oh, that's awkward.
Oh, the spike.
I didn't swing. Oh, he did though. A little later, but just in time. Sure. 5-on-3, and can you feel the winds are changing, Dinko?
Absolutely can. There he is. Mr. Rock himself, Snappy peeking out, safe is gone, and it is now feeling like ENCE are in control. 20-18.
4 kills.
Snappy
El Capitan.
was on for the ace, but I think that'll be taken away in just a moment here. Drop walks to his death. Diha, the destroyer.
And now your heart starts to sink if you're MIBR, man. Like, you know, touched upon it earlier on. They had 2 opportunities to close this out versus ENCE. After failing to realize that on the second time, it already felt a bit more dire, right? The idea that as this longs out, as this keeps going, you know, can MIBR keep rising to the challenge time and time again? We often say the more experienced, kind of veteran squads look to win this.
I've heard that.
And so ENCE in this 3rd OT, or second
Third round
rather.
of second OT.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Sorry, words are hard. Thank you. The second OT.
You guys really finish each other's sentences. It's great.
Sometimes we say the same ones.
Yeah, that's true. It was one of my casting dreams to sit in between you two and say...
Yeah, underwhelming, isn't it?
My fantasy was a little bit more.
They say never meet your heroes, Dinko.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm sorry.
Ooh, Snappy wants to fight this a little bit.
Go for it. You got 4 last round. Get him.
Hanging around. He's going to try and play around the one-way here.
Snappy. Here he comes.
Oh, no,
it's just too perfect for him. Snappy has a X-ray vision. Well, it is going to be Maden out short. And that's going to be a nice headshot to really take all of the life out of MIBR. Absolutely none left in them. 21 rounds here for ENCE.
Oh.
Unless Safe and Exit have something left in the tank.
It is the two-man team that I'd want in this situation, right? Considering we have the AWPer, we have the captain who's been fragging. They've got a good bit of util, so got to give them the respect here that this round requires. The last of the half. MIBR regulation T-side on this map was fantastic, winning it out with 8 rounds. So let's see if they can do this. It's all on the short kill. Otherwise, ENCE will be able to
15 seconds.
Yeah, at this point, ENCE are going to deny the plant. They will go through. They will fight for it. Good flashbang. Somebody's dead over the top. Safe hits his shot. 10 seconds, Maden. The unknown man. The fly in the ointment. And you don't want bugs in your ointment, Harry. It's going to be a clean half for ENCE.
What a great halftime of the second OT.
Closer. Let's stamp it on it.
In Group B on week 2, day 2 of ESL Pro League, the event that some are saying may be one of the last Counter-Strike global offensive events of Malta this season.
Come on now.
Come on, you not heard that one?
1 round away from doing it to him. It would be a flawless OT in the second here.
Oh no, even the team flashes are coming through now.
Oh, that one landed in Snappy's back pocket. He's taking half his health.
There's bugs in their Sudocrem right now. They don't know what to do.
What's the weirdest thing you've used Sudocrem for?
No comment.
Yeah,
That's a horrible question.
Well, sometimes if I get an intense burning around the... Right, so here we are.
Woo! Will Ursula give us a scream when ENCE take this over? I say when, because it has felt fairly inevitable right now. 3 in a row on CT side. And full ramp control. When MIBR have given this full ramp control, we've seen what ENCE can do with Tech 9s, let alone AKs. 3 CTs here. Let's see if they can finish it strong.
Sani up on top of the site stack. He is going to be wrapped around the back of Maden, pulls the knife. It's a nice looking knife, but I don't want to see it right now. Into the site, into the fight, and it is safe. It just gets away with his life. 30 seconds, spawn plan coming in, and it will be confirmed for D-Hot. ENCE can retreat. And yeah, no nades, 1 flash, 2 flashes, in fact, here for MIBR to retake.
That's Sumpire still in this one.
Let's see if the flashes work, Harry.
Deadly duo, but Nerds is now dead. Nothing to be accomplished on the back of that fight there. Diha full blind. Nails Breno on his cross in, and Diha looks for more. Swinging out, takes them off the bar. Everyone's posted for short, and Diha's just destroyed MIBR's hopes and dreams on Vertigo. Tears it away in double overtime. MIBR fall apart, and it's flawless from ENCE to take the dub to open this series.
What a game from ENCE. They really did hold it together. MIBR with 2 map points ready to close, but then ENCE run rampant and take us to what looks to be a 2-0 series. Anubis up next, and ENCE are the best at that map.